Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, another cold one. You put the hoodie on, then you put the jacket, you get the hat and the gloves. That's how you do it before you go outside.
Is that how you do it?
That's the routine.
Boy, would we not be able to survive without you?
Do you imagine me, like, back in the, the mid-1800s, right? Come on, everyone, put the fleece on, get the hoodie. And
my mother with her hats. She strapped that hat on me, tie it up. As soon as I got out of her sight, I'd rip that hat off.
Oh, that's funny. That is a true story, it sounds like. I love that.
It's totally a true story.
And did you see, you did mention that you did. Did you see the pictures of Elijah cooking yesterday?
Yes, it appears he was making chicken nuggets.
Yeah, some chicken strips, chicken nuggets. I sent you like a little timeline in pictures. He was cutting up the breasts, and then he made his own, what do they call that? The batter with the
breading.
The breading.
Yes.
Yep.
The eggs, the flour, the batter. Got it.
His little ingredients there, his seasonings, and then he fries them up, and he's unbelievable. Really incredible.
I love it, and it could take a weight off you because he'll always be able to take care of himself. He'll be fed no matter what, like Casey. I was worried about Evan, but he managed to get by. But I knew no matter what, if they threw Casey into the woods, he would survive and find something to eat.
Evan doesn't cook or drive, right?
No.
Yeah, and he turned out okay. He's doing all right.
He turned out okay. He's doing fine. Yes.
Yeah.
He's getting better every day.
Now, what I didn't show you, because I did not take pictures, prior to the chicken, we had a couple of sliders left. Leah asked Elijah to cook him some sliders. So he's like, oh, sure. He cooks the sliders, takes them off, out of the pan, whatever. And they were like, the two of them bit into the sliders, and they were like perfectly pink. Perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
You're not starving over there.
No, the kid is phenomenal. Absolutely. So I
love it.
Give him a lot of credit. Before we get to the unusual 911 calls, I have a list, I guess, of the top weird 911 calls from last year. I had to give you another Netflix review. Now, before we do this, you don't write these down. You don't remember these, right? You don't watch
Sometimes
these.
I write them down. Let me get my pen out.
All right. I want you to watch this. This one you're going to enjoy. I promise. Go. And by the way, Brian will love this movie. I promise. Okay?
Oh, interesting. Okay, yes.
Okay. It is called In the Heart of the Sea.
In the Heart of the Sea.
Yes.
Okay.
It's from 2015. It is trending #1 on Netflix right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
and this is a movie.
This is a movie. It is, now just to show you, just to give you a little extra oomph, it was directed by Ron Howard.
Oh, that does give me an oomph.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, Ron Howard, the great Ron Howard. It stars Chris Hemsworth. It stars Tom Holland, Cillian Murphy. The list goes on and on.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy and many other stars. And
wow. I'm going to have a day today where I'm not going to move around a lot. I'm going to wait for this to do something and feel better. I'm going to watch that movie. Thank you. Now I have my day planned.
Here's the best part. It takes place in the mid-1800s, and it revolves around author Herman Melville as he visits an innkeeper to tell him the story of Moby Dick, or to tell him the story of the great whale as he is seeking inspiration for the writing of Moby Dick. And it's an incredible movie. Now, let me tell you how I came upon it, because that story might even be more interesting.
Really?
Looking at articles the other day, and I came upon this article that said, here's a film you can't miss, right? I click on it, and it talks about how, for some reason in 2015, we missed this film. Like people didn't see it, or it bombed, or something. Like it said, it basically has new life on Netflix. It flopped. It absolutely flopped in 2015.
A lot of movies start that way and they become huge hits.
It is a really fabulous film. I think you're going to like it a lot.
I'm going to watch it. Thank you. I needed something to think about today. Get my mind off my pain.
Yep, please. And trending number 1, it's called In the Heart of the Sea. It's on Netflix. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Cande, the most unusual 911 calls of 2024 in no specific order. By the way, this side note, these are from a specific place, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh.
All right.
So what are they for reporting? Bigfoots coming into their homes?
Well, I'll let you know. Like, for example, 911 dispatchers received a call in Saskatchewan from an individual reporting that their tambourine was stolen from a party at their home. Okay? We want to leave 911 for real emergencies.
I think I have that tambourine.
A person called 911 asking for help on a math equation because they didn't want to fail their test in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did they get the help they needed?
It doesn't say if they got the help they needed. But we've seen stories like this before where kids call 911 because they need homework help. I mean, it's, you want to not do that, but you've seen that before, I'm sure.
I have.
Yeah.
It's a little funny.
Here's a couple more. Dispatchers got a call from someone having trouble with their washing machine, 911. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
A person called to report that somebody had thrown their ice cream on the ground and they needed help.
Oh, people, man. Oh, people are just too much.
A 911 was called in Saskatchewan last year because someone needed help unlocking their cell phone.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
How do they call? I guess you can call 911 with a locked cell phone.
Yes, there is an emergency button. You are allowed to make an emergency call on a locked cell phone. Absolutely.
There you go.
A frustrated person called to complain that their parents were forcing them to clean their room. True story. I mean, I could see you doing that as a kid, as a angsty teenager.
I had a great mom, love her to death, miss her every day, and she would, tell me, clean your room. There would be moments where I'd be very clean, and like your girls have done, like redone everything, the room looks fine. And other times I was a slob. She'd shut the door. So I thank you for that, Mom.
Yeah, just shut the door and
Just
move on.
shut the door.
Yeah. Last one for you. Someone called 911 in Canada last year because they were worried they didn't recognize someone on their social media friend list, and it had them a little bothered.
That would bother me too.
Yeah. Maybe not to the point of calling 911, but...
That's why I don't do much of this social.
Yeah. I know. You're not very social. I understand. Cande, coming up, you're Bald and the Beautiful at 8:12. Later in the 8 o'clock hour, not only national days and good news stories, but I have a story about a college course that's being taught in England that I think we'll both agree is necessary, but is crazy bizarre that they actually have to have this. Yeah, for sure. We'll get to it. A cold one, a blustery one, the whole deal. Just bundle up again. It's been a crazy weather week. Phathead and Cande, My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.